As father of the bride, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome all of you here tonight. On behalf of Bryson's parents, Jackie, Jay, Lee, and Donna and myself, we sincerely thank you for being here to celebrate with us. I know that a lot of you have gone to quite the expense to be here. In case you don't know, we have people in literally from all over the country, from California to New York, and from Pennsylvania to just about every corner of Florida. It truly warms my heart to know that all of you care enough about these two individuals to make that kind of commitment to be here. I want to issue just a blanket thank you to anyone who had anything to do with making tonight the success that it's been. Your efforts are not unnoticed. To Jackie, thank you for the rehearsal dinner last night. It was a great meal, great time. It was the perfect pre-wedding celebration. To Doug, thank you for your involvement today. It was a beautiful ceremony and for blessing our meal. We are grateful that you're willing to play such an important role on this special day. To Christina, Melanie's maid of honor, and her bridesmaids, Jessica and Bryn, thank you for all of your support through this entire process. From dress shopping to shower planning and being here tonight and everything in between, your friendship means a lot to Melanie, and that means a lot to us. And finally, I'd like to thank Melanie and Bryson for all of their hard work, the seemingly endless trips between Orlando and Jacksonville with little Elliot in tow to pull all of this together and make this happen. You guys did a great job. Now, as I mentioned, I've been Melanie's dad for quite some time now. I've seen her be sick, wet herself, cry herself to sleep, but enough about her 18th birthday. When she was very young, Melanie believed in fairy tale princesses, as I'm sure most little girls do, but especially Disney princesses. And for quite some time, maybe a little bit too long, Melanie believed that she actually met Mulan. Am I right?
Yeah, I colored her picture.
Yeah. Well, I saw her this afternoon in that dress and the hair done up and the makeup. It took my breath away. And it dawned on me, she's had it right all along, fairy tale princesses do exist. Melanie, you're the most beautiful woman I've seen since my wedding day. I know now that we chose the right song for our dance. But as beautiful as you are on the outside, your mother and I know how much more beautiful you are on the inside. We love you, couldn't be happier for you. Now, many of you probably don't realize Bryson and Melanie grew up within about 30 miles of each other. Probably went to a lot of the same places, maybe even at the same time. But interestingly enough, they found each other online. That's a foreign concept to me. I've been married over 30 years, and when I was their age, there was no online. We had to actually go up and talk to people, if you could imagine. But when Dawn and I first met Bryson, it was just a quick introduction. I think he came to the house to pick Melanie up for a date. She introduced him, and off they went. And we thought, well, he's a polite, handsome young man. Then it was about 2 or 3 months later at her college graduation in Orlando. While she was off doing graduate things, we had some time to sit and talk to Bryson and get to know him a little better. Very shortly after that, Donna pulled Melanie aside and gave her some motherly advice. And I think she said it this way: "You'd have to be an idiot to break up with him." So she could see early on that Bryson was the right man for Melanie. And as we've gotten to know him, we know that he's kind, gentle, intelligent, motivated, pretty much everything I would look for in a son-in-law. But we all know no one is perfect, and Bryson is certainly no exception. He is, after all, a Jaguar fan. But all kidding aside, I see how much he loves her and how he makes her happy, and I can't help but love him for that. Bryson, I hope you've felt a part of our family for quite some time now, but I want to officially welcome you to our family. I welcome your family to our extended family and say that I couldn't be prouder to call you my son-in-law. By now, everyone should have some champagne or other beverage in front of them. If you would join me and raise a glass to a long, happy marriage, to Melanie and Bryson.
When I started thinking about what I would say tonight, and let's be honest, it's pretty much been like 3.5 years I've been thinking about this speech. But there's so many memories, so many stories came to mind. I decided to go with this. When we were in high school, we've met in junior high with band. We continue on in high school. And so with high school band, that means football games. We would ride the bus. We'd have an iPod with a playlist of our favorite songs, and there may or may not have been some choreographed dance moves to go with those dances. We decided, it was about time, we decided to describe the quantity of fun we were having on these bus rides and competitions. We would describe it as buckets of fun, bins of fun, baskets of fun. Then we moved on to unconventional forms of measurements, such as balloons of fun, band instruments, blueberries. We even added a silent B in front of goldfish, so our favorite snack could be included. And so that, we would just always describe our weekends as, that. But I am convinced now that even though at the time we weren't sure why we got fixated on this letter B, baskets, bins, blueberries, band instruments, but goldfish, it led you to Bryson, and it was meant to be. Anyone who has known Melanie and Bryson know how they're a team and how much they fit together. It didn't take very long for it to seem like you guys have known each other your entire lives, spending time with you. But I am so happy you guys have found each other. Bryson, you need to treat Melanie with tender love and care. But I couldn't be happier for the two of you. And so, to Melanie, Bryson, and a lifetime of happiness. Cheers.
Hello, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Eric, and I'm the best man. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Bryson has been my best friend for over 10 years now, so I've had the unique opportunity of helping him move in July at least 5 times. Now, although I sold my pickup truck and I no longer have a not-for-profit moving company, Bryson still takes the time to be a great friend to me. So when Bryson asked me to be his best man, I jumped at the opportunity. He gave me 3 instructions. Number 1, keep it short. Number 2, do not make any Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood references. And number 3, do not talk about his last relationship and former love of his life. So I won't talk about his Xbox. Bryson is the greatest friend you could ever ask for. He's smart, he's good looking, he's charismatic. Bryson, your handwriting is terrible. Melanie, you look gorgeous tonight. Doesn't she look amazing, everyone? Bryson, you are so lucky to be leaving here today with such a beautiful, intelligent, and caring young woman. And Melanie, you are so lucky here to be leaving today with that stunning dress and bouquet. But in all seriousness, I'm so happy for you two, and I know you have a long and happy marriage. And with that, it gives me great pleasure to ask you all to stand and to toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Rogers. Cheers.